Clinton may have lost the 2016 election, but the effects of this disinformation campaign, the Russia hoax, has been in politics now for more than 4 years, 5 years. People today, even with the Mueller investigation, still believe that Trump colluded. This was going into the 2016 election, so we are now almost 5.5 years removed from this disinformation campaign of the Trump-Russia collusion. But let's think about the fallout that it had. As I mentioned earlier, we're talking about starting your Trump and his administration in January of 2017 with, the polling says 60 to 70% of Americans thinking that there was some type of collusion between Trump and Russia. Well, that's going to hurt your trust factor, the trust with the American people, because of this lie, this disinformation campaign. Also, mentioned earlier, relations with our foreign allies, this dark cloud, this, again, lack of trust, questioning, wondering, should Donald Trump really be president? Why am I listening to this man who may actually not be president? He could have cheated. And think of all, if you followed politics at all during that time, think of kind of the friction between our allies and Trump. Yes, he was shaking the status quo, changing the status quo and everything, but just think about that. Think about the damage it did. And then you get into the 2018 midterm elections. 2018 midterms elections, traditionally, the first midterm elections after a president from a new party comes into office, the House and or the Senate will flip. So the majority will change to be the majority of the opposing party. So in 2018, it flipped from red Republicans to Democrats, blue. The Democrats picked up a net 40 seats. The 100-year average of this is 23. No, sorry, 29, 27. So the Democrats picked up 13 in addition to the average. I have it written down here. Let me just check for you. Yes, they picked up 40 seats. The average was 29 seats. So plus 11 above that average. Oh, and then you have the Mueller report, which was concluded after the 2018 midterms. It would have been nice to be completed before the 2018 midterms to show that there was no collusion. Maybe that would have had an impact. The Republicans could have kept the House, but who knows? We'll never know. But maybe that was part of the plan, this disinformation campaign. Just hit and knock Trump's trust factor. Just beat it into the ground. Shake it with everyone. Make no one certain that you could trust him. Clinton may have lost the 2016 election, but the effects of this disinformation campaign, the Russia hoax, has been in politics now for more than 4 years, 5 years. People today, even with the Mueller investigation, still believe that Trump colluded. And that's, I guess, okay. We're going to have to deal with that. Some people just don't want to know the truth. But to say that, oh, this ended when Hillary lost, no, it did not. There's still been fallout. The 2018 midterms, and then you get to the 2020 election, where again, despite the Mueller report, people still believe, a large percentage of the Democrat Party believes that there is still collusion, and that somehow, because Trump didn't want to release certain information as part of the Mueller report, that somehow he tricked Robert Mueller in his investigation, and that actually Trump did collude with Russia. And I hope those people who still have the scales over their eyes will seek some intellectual honesty and pay attention to this Durham investigation. Because the Durham investigation is peeling back the layers of what really happened.